Ever scroll through your Instagram feed and realize you can't remember where that painting or drawing ended up?
Mm-hmm.
It's tax season. So that means it's time to scramble to figure out cost versus profit. Are you having trouble keeping track of how many limited prints or original works are still available?
You know this.
Have you ever wanted to get your business insights like what market you have the most success in?
Mm-hmm.
I sure do. Let's be honest, we all wish we could afford an assistant to manage the business aspect of our art career so we can focus on the thing we do best, our artwork.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the people of Artwork Archive have produced a platform that allows all these things and so much more.
Yeah. So real quick, me and MJ, we actually tried using this website, and it was actually pretty awesome. I mean, I know this is an ad read, but like,
Yeah.
Like the tax thing was super cool. Like the tracking your art was like one of those things where I was like, oh yeah, like I don't know. Have you ever had that where you're like, where the fuck is that painting at?
Oh yeah, all the time.
And then this thing just keeps track of it. But one of the big things was like the invoicing that they can do. Like it's like a very professional invoice.
Oh, is it?
You can do like the tax and all that in it really easily. So it was like one of those things where it was like, and it keeps track of all that stuff. So
yeah, what I thought was cool, because I looked in the website the other day too, the insights thing, this thing that they have insights where you actually add in like where you're showing your work and how much you're selling it for. Right. And it'll kind of like predict based off of that, like where the trends are going.
Right. Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty neat. Like I've never
sure.
seen anybody do that before.
Yeah, I mean, it reminded me of like QuickBooks or whatever, but just like hyper focused on like an art version of that.
Right, exactly. So yeah, once you've uploaded your artwork, not only do you have a professional catalog of your work, but it saves you time creating tear sheets, consignment reports, and invoices, like we just said. Yeah. So yeah, go sign up. So the first month is free, no credit card info needed, which I actually really love when companies don't make you sign your credit card info just to do a
they're
trial.
Trying to like sneaky.
Yeah.
Like, now that month's over, we got you.
Exactly. Yeah.
We got you for at least 1 month, and hopefully you're lazy for 3.
Yeah, exactly. When you sign up through our link at artworkarchive.com/waiting, you get 20% off your first year if you decide to subscribe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's artworkarchive.com/waiting. Go do that shit. Support the podcast. Love you guys. And we'll marry you one day.
This is another one of those MJ getting you to do things.
She's always getting me to do things. I talk a lot of shit about MJ, but she is the boss. And who doesn't talk shit about their boss? Am I right?
Right, exactly.
Welcome to Waiting Dry, the mini-sode episode. Quarantine edition. Do you have any like lockdown sounds, like a gel closing?
That is a good question. Do I?
Clink.
Yeah.
Chink, clink.
Let's see. Ting.
Does he have that sound? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the mini game show and the mini episode of the Waiting Dry podcast, where we find out if Sergio has uploaded the sound we're looking for.
Oops.
And it looks like he does not. I don't know what he's doing. He's typing something in place. Still nothing. Does it sound like a golf match? He's lining up to the hole. Guess we're recording. MJ's just walking back and forth willy-nilly. Should we just start this intro again?
Okay.
All right. Let's do this all over again. Welcome to Waiting Dry, the mini-sode episode, Quarantine Edition.
Why is it taking?
There he goes. Nice. All right. So we're here in my casa. Me and Sergio.
Keeping our safe social distance from each other.
Didn't shake each other's hands. Didn't look each other in the eye.
In other words, normal episode.
We did a foot shake.
Yeah, exactly.
Still touching the shit out of my face. No one can stop me.
I'm not sitting in your lap as usual when we record.
So our county this is day 3 of our lockdown where we're not supposed to leave our house unless it's very necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Have you left your house much?
A little bit here and there.
Or people out and about?
More than I thought. There's a dude on the corner trying to sell tamales because you gotta keep that hustle going.
Yeah. I know. I was talking to MJ about that, and I was like, it has to be hard for, like, if you're like an immigrant here and you're like, you slid in, then it's got to be tough because you can't file for unemployment.
No.
And you're not supposed to be outside. So it's like all these things where it's like, fuck, what do you do? Like, how do you, at the end of the day, you got to pay your shit.
Right. Yeah.
The bills don't stop coming.
Well, hopefully there's some little leeway that they give people. I don't know, though.
Yeah, but if you're an illegal,
yeah, that's true.
Then you probably don't get that advantage.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
So you got to be on some weird hustle right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's fucking hard out there. It's just like one extra thing.
Yeah.
All right, mini episode. So we have a topic.
My topic is the bad curator topic.
All right.
So neither of us are strangers to getting hit up for group shows.
For sure.
And there's a certain lack of creativity when it comes to when they will ask you about certain show topics.
Right.
So my question is, if you had to choose between these 4 cliched show ideas, which one would you go with and why? So we got Day of the Dead,
all right,
Frida Kahlo, Star Wars, and Alice in Wonderland.
I'd probably pick Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, all those like cliche things, I don't know. I always have these like weird, like for instance, like I remember Star Wars, like they like reached out to a shitload of artists to do like an artist book. You remember that?
Oh, yeah, I do.
And like in that scenario, all of a sudden Star Wars seems cool as fuck to be a part. You know what I mean? Like there's like these like weird, like depending on the circumstance, all of a sudden you're like, I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like, I hate when people make you paint on like certain things.
Oh, okay.
You know, like, paint on this birdhouse, paint on this fucking record, paint on this whatever. I'm not a fan of just like, you're giving me an object and I have to figure out how to paint on it. Because if at the end of the day, I think art is like good as is. It doesn't need like an extra bonus built into it, like of like some way to like convince people it's worth something.
Yeah. At the same time, there are a lot of people who kind of need it seen in a different context. I know you're not like a fan of that sort of thing where
at all.
Yeah. But I get why people do it. It sucks when the person who's giving you that concept is like, they have no idea of what actually like the material, how the surface takes to anything.
Right. And that's kind of the point as far as like the cliche idea is just that although like I hate them because it kind of locks you into something and you can almost predict half of the paintings that are going to be up for the show, for each theme. But at the same time, I get that kind of is like the bridge to like the layman, know?
Yeah.
And my kind of goal usually whenever I accept one of those shows is try to figure out how to like do it so that I'm stoked on the idea and that, it's almost like a way of figuring out how to tackle the idea in a new way, at least for me. So that's the whole dilemma is like, I don't want to be in a fucking cliche group show, but then if I am, I got to figure out how to, it's like problem solving. It's just how to be a better problem solver than most people.
Right. Yeah.
In that show. I feel like it ends up being competitive in that way. For me, at least.
Right.
It's like, let me figure out how to do this shit in a way I think is interesting and unexpected.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, that's the.
Yeah, I think Day of the Dead probably gives you the most opportunity to think outside the box, at least.
Frida Kahlo is probably my least favorite of the bunch you put out there, just because it has it's so fine tuned to it's one fucking person, you know. So you're gonna get a shitload of free to color paintings.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of portraits.
Yeah,
A lot of not thinking outside the box there.
yeah,
because it is like you're supposed to paint a person, and most people are going to go that route, I would think.
right. Yeah, I remember I've done 2 Frida Kahlo shows for Wonderland.
Yeah.
The first one I didn't paint Frida Kahlo, and I got no love for it. And then
Yeah.
the second one I was like, I'm gonna paint a Frida Kahlo painting, take like one day on it, and price it way too expensive. And then I did, and it sold immediately.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I try to figure out the value. I'm like the amount of money it's worth for me to paint something I'm not willing to paint.
Yeah.
And then paint it and be like, all right, pay me this. And then I have it. I'm like, all right, thank you. That sucked. I mean, you know, it is what it is.
So that's something you'd only be willing to do one time.
What?
Like I guess for that show specifically, like I'll do this once just to like don't bother me about it again, kind of almost. And just,
I mean, I could,
but like if somebody was like, do another Frida Kahlo show, you wouldn't do it again in that same way. Yeah.
No. And Irene has a way of making me do things I don't want to do.
Yeah, that's true.
So, you know, there's not really anyone that is like that right now in my art world.
Right.
So, except for maybe MJ.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm pretty good. I mean, mural stuff's kind of like that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, whatever my wife tells me to do, I do.
Also.
Shout out Irene. Irene.
But yeah. Yeah. How about you? What's your choice?
If I were to rank them in order of least to most willing to do, it would be Frida Kahlo be least. Star Wars would be the next one. Alice in Wonderland second. Day of the Dead most willing.
Where would because to me the painting on something is probably my least favorite thing out of all of them. Where would that fit on your list, you think?
Probably. Well, it really depends on what though.
I know. I mean, there are some things that are like lend itself to artwork, such as like skateboards.
Yeah.
Right. Fucking like they have like coaster shows.
Right.
Like the Post-it note shows. Like that's just like a flat surface that you can work on. I feel like when they start getting to like surfaces that don't lend itself to being painted on,
like vinyl records.
MJ had to do a birdhouse, which is why I said it.
Oh, okay.
Even like those fucking like little doll things people love painting on, those like dunnies or whatever they're called, bunny.
Yeah. I don't even know.
You know, like they were like really big with like, I don't know, like juxtaposed crowd. They look like a little they have like a big head and like a little body.
Oh, kind of like
bunny ear sometimes.
What are those called? Are they vinyl toys?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I just can't remember off the top of my head what they're called.
Let me see if I can look them up. I think I'm almost positive they're called dunnies, but I might be wrong.
Dunnies.
Or money right here.
Monies?
Money. This thing's.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, and people would like paint on them, and then there was like bunny-eared ones, and maybe those were called dunnies. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all. There goes the bunny-eared one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because like you can't really do a painting like a traditional type of painting on those.
No.
It'll just look weird, and it doesn't lend itself at all to it. So you're basically decorating this toy at the end of the day.
Yeah, and some people's style lends itself to that. You know, like if you have like a graphic style, a cartoonish style, sure, like you can do that and it's great. For me, it doesn't seem like anything I would ever want to do.
Right.
So to them, that's perfectly fine. Like they have their little like whoever does kind of that style can lend itself to that. But to try to curate a show, I mean, with that as like the object seems like a horror, like seems horrific to me. Like, I would never want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
But those kind of things, like, I don't know. I can't think of what else people have people painting on.
Trying to think. Furniture. But although I haven't really seen that much as a show, though.
No, but I've seen that and it looks stupid. Too.
Yeah.
I'm very into furniture, and I think painted furniture is dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Painting on glass can be tricky, too.
Yeah. Some people, that's their thing.
Mm.
They do that like reverse painting.
Oh, right.
You know, good. I mean, but it's weird when you try to like make people do. It's like someone does it and does it good. Just like show them.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Like, don't try to make everyone do that. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. I kind of get curators that want to go, oh, I'd love to see if this artist, what they would do on this type of thing. But it's up to the artist to be like, yeah, I'll do that or not.
Right. Yeah. I got no questions yet. I don't know.
Do I have hold music?
We've only had 150 people look at it, so I don't know. But yeah, that's
150 non-curious people.
Yeah, no questions. I can probably just look through my shit and find a question.
Okay.
Let's see. Nope, boring. God, I have so many like on my like you have like your list of like on the DMs. I don't know if you have like a list of people you don't respond to. It's always like for instance, this one is like, what colors do you use? What brand?
Oh, okay.
It's like, I'm not going to answer that. And then this one is, do you treat your wood? I'm like, oh, man, not today.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future I'll answer. Prime wood. What do you prime your wood with? Get well soon. I should have responded to that. Let's see. Do I have any good? You know what sucks is someone they just asked if you get those like college things. I have a college class and
yeah.
I have like
and
they're like, and I always say yes to them. I'm always like, yeah, send me your questions, I'll do it.
And then are they usually like boring questions?
Yeah, usually.
Yeah.
But I think the coronavirus made her not send the questions yet.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. I don't know. I got really nothing. Let me think. Is there anyone who I actually... Yeah, I got nothing. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Do you have any topic that you wanted to bring up?
I don't know. Support your local artist.
Yeah. Have you been doing anything different as far as the coronavirus goes? As far as like promoting your art or anything?
No. I mean, I've tried to like get some work done. I've had some other like random shit pop up in my life with family stuff that has just like kind of consumed a lot of my time. But I was able to paint like the first day really, like I got like I think 8 hours in that day.
Oh, wow.
And then I worked on my website a bit yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully that'll be up by the end of the coronavirus. Shout out to coronavirus for that.
Yeah.
You're a piece of shit, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, I mean, the cool thing is that I don't really get this much time on my hands.
True.
So it's like I might have like 3 weeks to just really like get a shitload of things done that take a long time to do, which is awesome. So
yeah, I'm pretty much doing that too.
Yeah.
Working, trying to really knock my course out if I can.
Yeah. That's I feel like that's the move. Get as much be as productive as you can while you're kind of stuck at home.
Right.
Hopefully I'll get my shop up today, and I got to film I plan on filming all my sketchbooks for my gallery. So my sketchbook, I have paintings and it's like good and whatever paintings, and then
so you're gonna show your sketchbooks as like videos that you can watch on your website.
I was either gonna scan all the images that I liked, but I figured I think sketchbooks are kind of more interesting if you see them as a whole, because you realize how much how many pages might not be so great. And I feel like for me, my sketchbook, I don't know why, but I go in waves. So it's like I get these like big lulls of shit sketches that I have to like work through. And then all of a sudden, sorry, burp. All of a sudden, like I start hitting like a real like nice smooth fucking like transition where everything I'm doing I'm really happy about or excited about, or like I don't know, everything's working on all cylinders. I think that's the saying.
Yeah.
But running on all cylinders,
Firing.
There we go. But yeah, so I think that's like if I can videotape it and kind of portray that, I feel like that might be helpful for people. Maybe.
Yeah, for a while I was trying to do for my Patreon, scanning all my sketchbooks, but I was like, this is taking way too long. It's not even worth it at all doing it this way. So yeah, I think especially if you have a good camera with a good lens, you'll be able to record a high quality video, and you won't lose that much quality, I don't think.
I don't think so. And I think it'll be good enough, and people probably appreciate it. You just got to figure out if there's anything, like any personal information, like if I wrote a password or some shit down, I got to like block that off before, like put a sticky note over that or something.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I record. But I have like, I think 5 notebooks I'm trying to videotape today.
Oh, okay. Nice.
But that's the good thing of videotaping. You literally just gonna flip, hold.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And it should be easy. Maybe hold.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. You can't steal that one, Sergio. We're all
beat you to it already.
My lawyers will talk talking to you.
Your brothers.
Yeah. But yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And then hopefully I can get those on my website by tomorrow.
Nice. That'll be fun.
And then my shop.
Go check that out.
Yeah. Will be next. Thing
Awesome.
to knock out. But yeah.
What are you going to have on your shop? Mostly prints? Or?
I think prints, some small originals is kind of the initial move I think I'm going to try to make. And then maybe a couple of like pieces I got back that I'm real happy with that I think should be available in case someone wants to buy them.
Yeah, for sure.
But we'll see how those sell. I feel like trying to sell like a painting for like $3,000 online is a hard thing to do.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. It's better to try and not succeed than succeed at all. You know what I mean? That's the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, we'll see how that works out.
Awesome.
Yeah. So MJ will get off my back on that. Like, you didn't finish your website. I'm like, I know, god damn it. But I have to paint.
It's another one of those MJ getting you to do things.
She's always getting me to do things. I talk a lot of shit about MJ, but she is the boss. And who doesn't talk shit about their boss, am I right?
Right, exactly.
But yeah, hopefully I get that done, and I'm going to try to work on another large painting, or not as large, but somewhat large piece after this big piece I'm working on.
Okay. Like what size?
I don't know, like this size, like 3x2 maybe.
For our listeners, that's about 24 by 30.
Yeah. 3x2. Metric system that's like, I don't know, 1,000,000 centimeters by 1,000,000. I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
Nice.
Yep. How about you?
Right now, I'm mostly working on trying to get my plein air course off the ground. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing today. It's actually filming stuff for that. And Heatherine Martin, she created like a little Facebook group, probably out of boredom and cabin fever.
Heatherine Martin? Do I know her? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, she's going to be like, God damn it. But she's a long time listener and guest, so she knows.
Heather. Oh, yeah, Heatherine. Yeah. Heather's such a white person's name,
right? Yeah.
That I'm like, I instantly start thinking of like white female artists. I'm like, who could that be?
Well, she was adopted, so that makes sense.
Yeah, shout out to Heather. She's a beast.
Yeah.
Killing it right now.
Yeah, and speaking of, she just created a little Facebook group that's been really popular. She's been just for fun, like coming up with prompts for people to participate with.
For sure.
And so that's what ended up with me painting that In-N-Out burger, because it was food in a medium that you don't use a lot. Even though I use gouache, I threw some color pencil in there.
For sure.
So that was fun. So yeah, Vanessa and I both been working on that. So that's been fun to have each other to kind of keep ourselves accountable for that.
For sure. Nice.
Yeah, that's been cool. Yeah, if any of those end up selling, that's also a bonus. So I was able to sell that burger as well.
When you paint a burger, do you what are you trying to accomplish with that?
Trying to do like a faithful representation of it, at least for me.
Do you ever try to I don't know how to explain this. Like for instance, like Jeremy Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
I always feel like his fires, I mean, they're definitely exaggerated, but there's like a bit of it that kind of feels honest in the exaggeration, if that makes any sense. Like it feels like he's making it feel like, I don't know, it feels more quiet. It feels more camp-like, if that makes any sense. I don't know, at least to me, it feels that way. It feels colder on the outside.
Oh, interesting.
So like tackling a burger to me, there's like something that it's almost like you would want to try to tackle how it would smell or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like in a weird kind of, like there's, like especially an In-N-Out burger, there's like it's so specific. Like you can smell an In-N-Out burger and call it before you see it.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Well, for me, like painting it from life, it's probably a different experience than painting it from a photo.
Right.
Just because you're going to get like the true colors that you're going to try and capture on there. Right. So I think just by doing it that way, you capture more of it than you would like if you were just painting it from like a picture you took on your phone.
Right.
For the In-N-Out burger especially, I was trying to capture a little bit of that like California kind of old-fashioned burger vibe that the place has. So
right.
I kind of add a little bit more, I guess, graphic sort of feel to it in a way. Even though I was trying to be as close to life as possible, just the fact of using gouache and color pencils, I think the medium just makes it feel a little more like, I don't know, like an advertisement for In-N-Out than it would if I was painting it in oil. I think in oil, I would probably try and be more, I don't know, realistic. But I think painting it in gouache actually lends itself more to feeling like you would think like a California burger might.
For sure. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. We didn't get any questions.
No questions. Goddamn people.
Well, do you hate anything other than the coronavirus?
That's what I was trying to think. Well, right now I'm hating our listeners for ignoring us.
Or how about the toilet paper people?
Oh, yeah.
Or
well, he's got enough hate already. I don't need to pile on, but the dude who hoarded all the hand sanitizer.
Yeah, fuck that guy for sure.
Yeah, basically anyone who's out right now trying to be selfish about what they're trying to get.
Yeah. Oh, I have some. MJ's coworker was at like a Trader Joe's or some shit. I think, Safeway. She was at a Safeway. And some guy was in line yelling like, all you liberals stocking up on shit are hoarding all this stuff, and us Republicans are going to come with our guns and take it all. And I was like,
I don't know if that's a meme, because Vanessa was telling me that somebody was saying that too. Like,
really?
If people are just going around saying that now?
I don't know.
But
it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know, like we have like the Second Amendment in America, but it's like, that's literally to do the opposite of what you're saying. You know what I mean? It's like, you're such a fucking idiot that you don't even understand your own fucking politics.
Right. Yeah. Isn't that the whole idea, is to protect yourself from people like that? Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to use the Second Amendment to fucking take shit from people. You're like, okay, idiot. What a fucking moron.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That reminds me tangentially from coronavirus, though, is people came up with like stupid conspiracy theories about it.
Like,
it's the plot by the Democrats.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No one plots on killing people with fucking diseases because that shit has no like target. It's not like I'm gonna kill
it. Just put it back in the bottle. Yeah.
Yeah. And so if you are if that was a real plan, it's really done by a real dumbass who somehow has a degree, some like PhD in biology, but it's just really stupid at the same time.
Exactly.
Fucking people are dumb. All the conspiracy theories out there are so stupid.
I know, they're the worst.
God, and they get so mad when you say they're dumb. They're like, you don't know, man. You're like,
yeah, that's funny because I guess Plague has a coworker that like is one of those guys comes up with
100%.
And like
if he works with MJ.
Yeah,
I know who he is.
Okay, I guess when you nail him on things, his standard thing is like, well, you never know.
Right. Yeah, I know.
You know that guy.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's the common fucking response from anyone who's like,
look into it, bro.
Like, you look into it. You're the one talking.
Yeah,
man.
Exactly.
I didn't say anything like I knew anything. You're the one fucking spouting facts.
Yeah, exactly. But still, man, truth is out there.
All right. Well, is that this episode?
That's this episode.
We mini-soded. Everyone stay safe out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if you got anything art-wise from this, but...
Yeah, probably not. I don't know. It's coronavirus is on everyone's mind, so it's hard not to talk about it, but yeah.
I know. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully you guys are doing okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that's been a mini-sode. If you're still listening, wash your hands, wash your ass. Nasty motherfuckers.
Nasty motherfucker.